Hi, I'm Ulyan, and I'm back again with my series on experimenting with microalgae. This week, I've got a bit of a general update on the project, including how my microalgae are growing, and some blockers I've been running into. So, I am back in this chair again. So, this week has been a bit of an interlude for my experiment. Last week, I started growing the microalgae, and they've been growing steadily. But until they're fully grown, I can't quite start my experiment. But let's go check out the algae right now on the algae cam. So, we're back again in the basement lab, or the algae cam as I like to call it, because here you can see that the algae are growing pretty well this week. The color in them has definitely gotten darker, and you can see water vapor forming on the sides of the flask, which indicates that they're growing well. And up till now, I've been supplying them with pretty low light, the lowest light available on my LED setting, with continuous light for all 24 hours of the day. The idea being that the continuous light and the water in the medium, as well as the air all throughout the flask, will help them perform photosynthesis, which will help them grow very quickly. The other thing I've been working on this week is gathering the remaining materials I need to run the experiment itself. One of those things are the nitrate and phosphate test kits I need so I can measure the amount of nitrate and phosphate in my wastewater. Remember, what my experiment is doing is trying to figure out how can microalgae absorb these dangerous compounds, nitrate and phosphate, from wastewater and make that more sustainable. Now, the accepted limit for nitrate and phosphate is below 3 milligrams per liter for nitrate and 0.1 milligrams per liter for phosphate. What I need to do is measure the amount of nitrate and phosphate every day until it gets below that amount. That way, I'll know the microalgae have finished their job and then the experiment's done. The problem I ran into this week is that unfortunately the supplier I was going to get the kits from was going to take 6 to 8 weeks to arrive, specifically for the phosphate test kit. But by reaching out to some connections I had, I was able to get my hands on a phosphate spectrometer, which uses light to measure the amount of phosphate in a water sample. Massive shout out to Tim Lewis at the City of Ottawa Wastewater Treatment Plant for helping me in this experiment by offering to let me use his phosphate spectrometer. Now, to round off this vlog, I've got a question for you guys. I am a whimsical person, and as any person with a little bit of whimsy needs to do, I have to name my microalgae. Now, you've seen the microalgae today, you probably have some good ideas on what I can call them. So you, my viewers, who have been following this vlog, can decide what my microalgae can be named. If you have any good ideas, drop them in the comments below. And as always, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.